Good day, everyone. So I'm Leumas Initiatives. This is my second episode on podcast. So I'm here today. I'm introducing one of my mentors, Reverend Oluwatobiloba. He's my brother actually, so he's my mentor too. So we just want you to enlighten you on Christianity and religion. So
this bro is giving me something to give up to. Sorry, I'm not a reverend.
So here we are. This is bro Oluwatobiloba. So Mr. Oluwatobiloba, so I want to ask some questions in which I want my people to learn and get to understand some aspect and perspective of religion and Christianity. So Mr. Oluwatobiloba, so I want to ask, I want you to give us an insight and foresight on what real Christianity is, to have Christ and not be religious. So Mr. Tobiloba, you can have the floor.
Thank you, Leumas Initiative. Thank you for the previous accolade.
Thank you, sir.
So, according to your question, said insight on what real Christianity is. So, Christianity as it sounds, some people live it that way as it sounds. That is, they just live it on the base of it, believing that they are Christians. But meanwhile, Christianity is a lot deeper than that, because the name Christianity were given by unbelievers to the disciples because they saw the Christ-like behaviors they portrayed. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you want to live up to that name called Christianity, there are some standards that are required of you, and the standards can be found in Christ. So if you are a Christian, definitely you must be Christ-like. I think it's as simple as that. You must follow the precepts and doctrines of Christ.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I hope you guys are learning. Thank you, sir. So I still have some other questions too. Yeah. So normal Christian, so they believe so very well that once you've given your life to Christ, once you have Christ, you won't be having any other problems. Yeah, that is the perspective of some people, of some Christians. They will just be like, I've given my life to Christ, so I won't be facing anything. I will be very, very okay. Not even lack. Or maybe there is an automatic provision. Yeah, it is very real that God will provide. But there are some concepts and precepts to it. So I just want you to just give us an insight, just something that we can understand.
The doctrine of God will butter my bread.
Yes,
but it's not that it's a lie. God will definitely butter our bread, but it is the half truth. It's not complete, and half truth is also a lie.
Very good.
So you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Definitely God will butter our bread, but when we present the doctrine of God will do this, God will do this, God will butter your bread to unbelievers, when they come and see otherwise, they will call us a liar.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? God has not promised us comfort all true. He has not promised us a life, a smooth life on an express road straight to heaven. It won't even be interesting if that is the case. But he said, be of good cheer, because I've overcome the world. As believers, there are some things that comes our way, majorly to strengthen our faith. It's not to diminish us as strong believers or as Christians. It's not meant to break us. It's meant to build us for a particular position we are supposed to occupy in this thing. So we are liable to face challenges. We are liable to face oppositions. We are liable to face troubles, tribulations, trials.
Very well.
But what makes us Christians is when we stand. So as believers, we are not supposed to come into Christianity as baby and remain a baby. That's the point. That is, you are expected to grow along the way, and you are not growing drinking only milk. They will give you meat.
Yeah.
Strong meat. He said strong meat belongeth to them,
yes,
who by patience have exercised their faith. That is, your faith must pass through some exercise.
Yes.
You understand? It will pass through process for you to stand as a faithful Christian. You understand what I'm saying? So as Christians, we pass through tribulations, but we should be of good cheer. The because he that said he will pass through that tribulations, he knows that he will not give us more than what we can handle.
Very well.
So in all these tribulations, we always find a way of escape.
Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. So, and I'm learning. I hope you guys are learning. So I still have one more thing, if not the last one. I still have something to still. This thing has been bothering my mind actually. In which I've been seeing so many Christians, so many people, in which they don't really have the understanding. So there are some people, maybe when there is a church meeting, a religion gathering, something like that, they will want to attend so that they will be at the first something. And if you even introduce business to them, legal business, you understand what I'm trying to say? Something that is very legal. So if you introduce that business to them, or something that can even bring money in for them, something that is holy, something that is not contradicted, yeah, something that is very pure, they will be lazy. They might not even find it interesting. You understand? So I just want us to just give us some knowledge about it, how you can actually still be serving God and still be very, very okay, and be able to even be working, hard working and smart working. So I just want you to talk about something concerning that.
This is another cogent issue in the church. A preacher once said, the poorest people, they are in church.
Wow.
You might not believe that, but that's the truth. They believe that prayer can settle what principle is supposed to settle.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Very well, very well.
There are some principles that God has put in place that everybody is supposed to follow if they are going to get some certain result. And one of it is the aspect of our finance. Finance does not answer to prayer. It answers to principle.
Yes, sir.
Unless you want to be living by miracles, and miracles don't happen that way.
No.
If you want to be sure of your finance, there are some principles you have to follow.
Yes, sir.
And the first principle you have to follow is you have to work.
Very well, very well.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have to work. It says you will multiply your source of living.
Yes,
that
sir.
is, if you are not giving him something to multiply, you have nothing.
That means you must have something doing.
You must
then
have
God will
something
bless you through that thing.
If we go to the story of Isaac, they said Isaac sowed in the land. Isaac was richer than the whole nation. They had to start planning on how to chase Isaac out of Philistine.
Wow.
You understand? He was richer than them. He said,
wow,
this man will overthrow us, let's chase him out. Meanwhile, he did not come from like yam was raining from heaven or camels was raining from heaven. He had to plow the land.
Yeah.
It was the plowing that God not.
It was really working.
He was working.
Wow.
It was working. So now, once we understand that our financial freedom is based on our work,
yes,
the principle,
yes,
then we now have to start talking about how can I work smart. What is trending? Christians are, because they believe that God is in heaven, Christians lack information. They are not informed. You understand?
Yes, sir.
They read the Bible, but they are not informed of what is going on in the environment. What they do mostly is envy. Wow. But they don't know they are envious. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Very well, very well.
Why I said what they do mostly is envy is when I see you as a Christian making it, doing well in your business, instead of me to follow the process of what is this person doing, they go to their secret place and start praying that God, let me be like this person. You understand? How can you be like me?
Yeah.
And God is like, bro, this is not out of bro lack.
Wow.
It's out of envy of that person.
Wow.
So we are not working smart. We are not being informed. I was listening to a podcast recently. They said the gap between the poor and the rich is very wide.
Jesus.
Apart from is wide, is now covered. That is, the rich don't want the poor to be rich.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's their business. So, as Christians, we must be informed. What is trending? how can I convert this thing to money? Which solution can I offer to the public that can fetch me? You understand? So, and money plays a vital role in our faith. Oh. In fact, a lot of people have lost their faith because they don't have what to eat. They are financially dependent. So Christians should take cogence of that fact.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much. So I hope you guys are learning. I hope my people, you are learning already. So that's a very, very good one. So some points that I learned, that I gained from what he said. You must be able to work. So you can't tell me that you're a Christian and you don't want to work and you expect God to just pump down, give you nyam, give you gari, give you no. It doesn't work that way. That's how it is. You must be able to work. Jesus will even be proud of you. If you are even working, that is when you can actually bring your tithe and offering.
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
See, I love what you said. Actually, that's a very good one. Thank you so very much. You must be able to work and work smart. You understand? Don't be jealous of what other people are achieving. Meanwhile, you yourself, you can't. If you work, then God will bless you through what you are doing.
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
A miracle can happen whereby you are not doing anything and God will still provide for you, but it does not occur all the time. It is not meant to be that way. Yeah, it is not meant to be that way. So make sure you are work as a Christian, and God will reward you. That is how it works. So I hope you guys are learning. Please, I want you to I want every one of us to learn the positive way, the good way, how to make money, how to be very, very okay and still be able to serve God. That is how it is. Yes, thank you so very much. I wish I have something more to ask, but let's stop with this. Yeah, let's stop with this. So in future, then we still have so many things to ask, so many things to even learn. So thank you so very much, Mr. Toby. Thank you so very much.
Snap us like this.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.